This movie would see Lon Chaney Jr. play yet another monster in the Universal Pantheon. Merry Christmas, my friends, and welcome back to the Monster Movie Madhouse. Today we're looking at 1943's The Son of Dracula. As always, make sure you give me a follow and like this video so you can learn more about your favorite silver screen monsters. Let's get into it. Interestingly enough, the idea of Son of Dracula actually started back in 1931, when Universal submitted 3 different titles to the Hays Code for possible movies. But as we know, the movie was never made, and in 1936 they made Dracula's Daughter. Now, if you've been with me for a while, you will know that after 1936, Universal stopped making monster movies. That was because of a ban on horror movies in place in the UK and the strict Hays Code in America. So by the time they made Son of Dracula, the circumstances surrounding horror movies were very different. Kurt Siodmak, who had written The Invisible Man Returns and The Wolfman, was hired to write the script. And after he turned in his script, his brother Robert was hired to direct. This caused a little bit of a rift between them because they kind of always butted heads and were rivals. And after Robert was hired, Kurt left the project. And instead, Eric Taylor wrote the final script. So Kurt only gets story credits for this one. Another interesting thing about this movie is that even though it's called Son of Dracula, it actually has nothing to do with Dracula or Dracula's daughter. It sort of exists outside of the Dracula universe, but also inside. This was a period where Universal really didn't care to explain things to people. It's Dracula. What else do you want? Although Lon Chaney Jr.'s character is actually called Count Alucard, which is Dracula, spelled backwards. The movie would see Chaney reunite with actress Evelyn Ankers, who appeared opposite him in The Wolfman. Son of Dracula was released in February of 1943, and reception was varied. Although compared to some of the other monster movies that came out at the same time, it got better reviews, and is generally thought of to be a more sophisticated movie than something like The Mummy's Tomb. What are your thoughts on The Son of Dracula, and where does it rank for you amongst the other Dracula movies from Universal?